mo ba'y nakaka-disinfect? Siyempre. Pero alcohol ba? Ang Casino Active Alcohol, may cologne fresh feeling. Init at pawis, stress sa work, night out, sa beach. Mag-Casino Active Alcohol Fresh. Matapang na amoy. Switch na sa Alcohol Fresh. Mag-Casino Active.
Someday, you will get older, slower, grayer, but also wiser, calmer, and freer than ever. At Kaiser, we help you prepare for those years ahead, so you can keep doing what you love with the people that matter the most. Prepare for your future today. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare.
Ang dami mong mask ni. Oh no, ang dami nga. For me, di paramihan ng steps sa pimples. 2 steps lang sa Dr. S. Wong's Sulfur Soap with Moisturizer and Bioderm Ointment. Made with sulfur that helps kill pimple-causing germs. And zinc oxide that helps lessen redness and inflammation. Ito, try mo. Sa amin, 2 steps lang with Dr. Wong.
Before IMG,
I was a civil engineer.
Accountant. I was a plain housewife.
Before IMG, I used to be a doctor.
I was a maintenance crew.
Factoring operator. I'm a housewife. I was an accounting clerk. I am a medical doctor.
I am an engineer.
Before IMG, I used to be a teacher.
I was a government employee.
A production worker.
I am a bank employee.
Before IMG, I was an admin staff.
I was a seaman.
A design engineer. I was a deli manager.
I was a telecom engineer. Before IMG, I was quality director.
I used to be a doctor. Production operator. An industrial engineer.
IT home-based freelancer.
Before IMG, I was a manufacturing specialist. I was an exporter. Admin officer. I was a florist.
Before IMG, I was a service crew.
I'm great.
I am great.
I am
G. I am great. IMG. IMG.
IMG. I am great. I am
MG.
I am great.
I am great.
I am great.
I am great at IMG.
Happy Tuesday morning, mga higala. Welcome to another episode of Open Line News Media Forum here on MyTV Cebu, where all of our lines are open to discuss the latest and most relevant issues in business, economics, politics, governance, tourism, entertainment, among many others. My name is 𝗟𝗶H, and of course with me is my partner, Mr. Eric Espina. Good morning, Sir Eric.
Thank you very much, partner, and it's always good to see you on a Tuesday morning. It's always a good Tuesday when Open Line is on. And magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
And it's also great to, of course, be reunited every week with our friends from the media. Daghan kaayong salamat for joining us. And of course, our online viewers who are watching this through MyTV Cebu's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. And gusto sa namong pasalamatan ang ato ang mga partners diri sa Open Line News Media Forum for making this gathering possible every Tuesday. Thank you so much to our venue sponsor this morning, Waterfront Cebu City Hotel and Casino. And of course, Open Line News News Media Forum is brought to you by IPI, International Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, International Marketing Group, Kaiser. We also have Reyes Optical and Manila Bankers Life. So daghan kaayong salamat to our partners. And of course, Sir Eric, very interesting kaayo ang ato ang topic karong buntaga. Kaysa di pa ta magpasko, grabe na ang preparasyon sa usa sa mga pinakadako nga kasaulugan, grandest festival in the country, ang ato ang Sinulog 2024. So go ahead and introduce our panelists this morning.
Pero mag-una sa kogsulte kuan partner as a preface 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗺 or caveat preface kuan open line is open to all questions and open to all callers. So it is our pleasure to be able to introduce to you. I'll start with the gentleman to my right. We have ilado na ni kaini siya si 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗀 as a Chief Tourism Operations Officer sa Cebu City, plus ato sang kuan kinahanglan ipahibalo President of the Tourism Officers Association, and he is currently also occupying a position as Vice President for Visayas Tourism Officers Association. So, and then to my extreme left, of course, walay kakapoy usas mga tawag natong pundasyon sa kuan sa Sinulog, no, is no less than Elmer, better known as Jojo Labella, Executive Director, Sinulog Foundation Incorporated. Welcome to all of you.
Yes, welcome, gentlemen, and thank you so much for saying yes to our invitation to be our speakers this morning. Sa di pa natusog na natong diskusyon, Sir Eric, no, nakabante ka paspas kayang panahon, no? Quarter 3 na ta of 2024. Actually, nanade quarter 3 results. Ang operational and financial processes ato ang partner Globe Telecom sa atong sayran kung kamusta ni ang ilahang Q3. Let's watch this. The Globe Group closed the first 9 months of 2023 with all-time high consolidated service revenues amounting to 121.1 billion pesos, up a robust 3% from a year ago, despite the extended macroeconomic challenges faced by the industry. This remarkable performance was mainly fueled by the strong contributions from its mobile, corporate data, and non-telco services, which fully offset the anticipated decline in home broadband. Globe's non-telco services, posting an impressive 44% yearly growth, now accounts for 3.4% of its total consolidated service revenues from 2.4% last year. Additionally, total data revenues for the 9 months period ending September 30, 2023 stood at 99.6 billion pesos, representing 82% revenue contribution to Globe's top line from 81% in the year earlier. Moreover, the company invested about 54 billion pesos in capital expenditures in the first 9 months for data requirements to ensure reliable connectivity access. Globe built 833 new cell sites and upgraded 5,395 mobile sites to LTE as of September 2023 to ensure seamless connection, high-speed data transmission, and consistent service availability across the country. The company also deployed around 175,000 fiber-to-the-home lines, notably lower than last year's rollout, to maximize the utilization of its existing fiber inventory and this year's reduction in capex. Globe now has 5G outdoor coverage of 97.67% in the National Capital Region and 92.06% in key cities of Visayas and Mindanao, after building 716 new 5G sites across the country. As of end September, it has 5.2 million 5G devices logged in its network. These achievements reflect Globe Group's commitment to delivering outstanding telecom and digital services while maintaining financial strength and growth. Way to go, Globe Telecom. Sus, paspasa gid sa tuig, no? Humana ang quarter 3, Pasko na. Humana ni Sinulog na sad. So, ang dakong panghutana, asa mangyod ipahigayon ang Sinulog 2024, Sir Jo. Ug unsa na atong mga preparations so far for one of the grandest festivals in the country?
Okay, Sinulog 2024 has this murag ihag yung pangaan ba nga this is since this will be incorporate ang mother of all festivals at the same time kining do na tay festival of festivals no anha gihapon sa SRP which of course working it out now nga very much improved kaysa atong venue last year no unya kuan ni siya ginganla ni siya karon og Sinulog sa Cebu Philippines 2024. Okay, of course, we're trying to top all the festivals in the country. Unya kining anha ni sa SRP, however, better facilities, ang mga bleachers along the route doon na nya i-work out ang roofing kay tungod sa heat and of course ang layout it's already finished nya karon lahi na ang route kay before diha man to sa main avenue bitaw sa SRP unya mo carousel man siya but the same kuan sa opposite lane lang siya mo tuyok karon adto na ni sa katong road near the pond so taas na ni siya tuyukan and it will be about 3.7 kilometers from last year last year more or less ang sa last year naramang natos mga pero ang kuan lang adto is magsugat manggod sila sa main avenue no mobalik murag magtuyok lang to siya sa main avenue nga opposite lane lang niya dili makaayo to kuan but that was what was feasible also sa SRP at that time oo karon gi-develop na to ang road sige gitrabaho kadtong didto sa pond sa mutuyok na ni siya mao ni 3.7 kilometers it's actually capable of about comfortable sa mga 30 contingents sa street parade.
Sir Jo, di man gyud nato ikalimod no nga SRP 2023 was a bit controversial because this was the very first time that we changed venue for the many years that we've had it sa original route. Yeah. Unsa lang ang atoang mga let's say lessons learned from last year's festival nga gusto natong i-apply in 2024 aron mas hapsay o mas successful pagyud ang Sinulog 2024.
Well, first of all, ang usas problema are the bleachers mao ginay pangutana ron which of course ang atong execom through the president of SFI si Engineer 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗎 is really working it out some more bleachers niya katong amphitheater type is working it out now nga kuan gyud to ma-fulfilled no kay due to the very inclement weather last year mo tong galisod yun ta og apas sa mga trabahoonon plus katong sa ground problem however bisag sigit to ang rains well we really believe on divine intervention nga during the Sinulog day the weather was very fair no very fair weather nya after ito ni balik na sa itong grabe nga rains no kay mo lagi na we attribute that to inunta murag Santo Niño's intervention ba oo nya karon kining bleachers which all Engineer 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗎 and Sir 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗎 is really working it out na we have a better plan especially on the bleachers katong sa kuan itself facing the stage no it will be the amphitheater type nga design but roofing was also very much considered because of the climate change and global warming
Sir Jo, maingon ba nato nga nahilot na ang mga misunderstandings between LGU leaders to ensure that Sinulog 2024 will really be united? Nga wala na Sinulog diri sa Cebu City, wala na Sinulog sa probinsya.
Well, as of now, okay man. In fact, some production people sa Sinulog na to dinhi and even si Engineer 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗎 also helped sa katong dito sa Karkar nga Pasigarbo no lately and all I know is si governor is in very good kuan naman with the mayor and the mayor is really welcome embracing it with an open arms and good relations for the two leaders no
Clarify na ko imong gimension nga roofing Sir Jo para lang naa say idea or picture ang atong mga friends from the media so unsa man ang atong atupan for Sinulog 2024?
Ang mga bleachers, of course, even along the route, working it out nga natay mabutang roofing because of the weather nga kay lisod naman gyud ron ang init, grabe. So of course, doing, really trying it very hard nga ma-accomplish gini siya. Oo. Kay this is the only way nga lisod man gyud kayo ma-expose ka karon sa heat of the sun. But of course, di man nato makuha tanan, and of course other ways nga maka-alleviate sa heat sige sa naron og study.
Pero katong mga assets nato from Sinulog 2023, Sir Jo, magamit ra gyapon to siya, no?
Yes,
For Sinulog
daghan,
2024. What to
daghan
na ingon nga nausik? Kay
Wala.
mo man sa to ang argument nga nung dili gamiton ang Cebu Sports Center nga naa gyud na siya dihadaan.
The mayor is a visionary mayor. Unya do natay Singapore like Cebu City. Unya kining iyahang vision for especially with the SRP as a showcase and a show window sa atong development sa Singapore like Cebu City, dako man sa gyud ka inigtabang. And in fact, another good thing nga akong ang namog yung na kuan ani is to decongest the city. Diba? Di nakalihok ang mga transportation kay grabe man tong anha sa the usual route. Ma-decongested unya, ma-lessen ang kuan niya, ma-widen ang area sa atong festivities.
Director Jojo, kay ako lang siya director kay kuan ni siya kaning veteran director po ni sa television. Di lang kay Sinulog mo iyang gidala. Direct Jojo, kuan kaning you were mentioning about Mayor Mike Rama as a visionary. Na ba siya yung mga bagong mga kuan, mga instructions para sa upcoming Sinulog celebration, and then ako lang sa di paambit. Si Governor 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗀 ba nasa additional nga gustong ma-appeal?
So far, open naman taron sa mga other LGUs, contingent especially sa province of Cebu. Nga last year wala naman to naka-join, and they're open nga maka-join karon. More or less, ang sa Sinulog 2024, open naman ta karon, although the registration starts man of all the registration sa Sinulog activities, floats and everything karon mang December 1, no? And regarding sa kang Mayor Mike, kining naman tay kining iyahang global nga tent city, and naasad tay sa diri gihapon sa SRP. Then ang kining Sinulog 2024 yun actually is dili ra man ni siya sa kuan, dili ra ni siya since January. It was already planned out nga duna na tay Sinulog activities every month. Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines. In fact, last August diha tay exhibit, diha tay mga activities sa kuan. Last June diha na tay katong barangayan nga nagperform og sa more or less dance drama sa Heroes. Nya datay Heroes Month, nya daghani dunay kite festival, dunay mga kaning daghaning activities na gyud ang Sinulog every month. It's not only it will become a year-long activity, though we just started it this year para ni sa fast approaching kuan Sinulog 2024.
On the D-Day or D-month gyud mismo sa Sinulog, kaning unsa man kaning puno gyud sa mga activities ang January, murabag pre-programming and then post-programming gyud sa kuan sa Sinulog.
Yeah, during the mag-launching man ni siya on sa kuan Pichadusi, unya tuloy-tuloy na ni hantud na sa 21, no? Which is the D-Day sa Grand Parade, then sa showdown and sa SRP. So every day na mga activities, gi-consolidate nato ang schedule sad sa religious, the fluvial. So every day kung naay kaning lahi ang cultural, lahi pud ang sa religious. So og dunay kaning procession, wala tay cultural activities ani. Although sa Fuente kay gabiin asad natay mga nightly shows hasta pud sa Plaza Independencia, kay doon naman tay mga trade fair in most areas.
Direct Jojo, mga tanag yun yung mga tao kay daghang man kaila si Mayor Mike ug si Governor 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗀 kisay atong probable kuan guest of honor nga mag-ribbon cutting ani or kisa pa yung mga laing tao nga mga expected nga mutambong para sa atong Sinulog?
Yeah, we are really inviting especially kining mga national leaders. So ato gining gi-invite sila tanan unya. The president is also being invited and also the vice president. And of course, going in fact sa tourism gani Sir Neil daghan tagi invite po dani.
Katong mga contingencies from abroad kuan.
Yeah, we are actually Korea has been ang Korea nagsige naman nag-join na to every year. Expected they will also come, although the demise of former executive director 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗺 murag di gyud last year kay si Ricky mo usama gyud to sa good contact sa Korea. In fact, he's been a judge dito attending sa ilang dance festival, but however we are trying to maintaining the contact with the Korean. Then we're also inviting all other kining nationalities since this is a festival of festivals.
You mentioned 30 contingencies kaning sigurado na ning 30 or are we looking forward to more?
Akong target actually ang comfortable sa atong route karon. But very recently ang nag-signify of intention to join is we already have about 15 as of this point in time. Lain-lain sa kinining sa dinhi sa Philippines, out of town, and also sa province.
Kuan kaning ubay-ubay sa ni dire kay kuan more nagitawag kay excited tanan kabahin aning Sinulog gusto sila makabalo sa mga plano nato. Kani bang ang mga prices na dungagan ba, na usob ba, or more or less pareho lang?
Well, we already planned for the budget, and of course, as is lang ta since do na tay dakong problema during the 2-year katong pandemic, no? So dili usa kat siguro ta mag-increase, although we're working it out nga for more budget tungod sa more activities this coming Sinulog 2024.
Then mangutana gud ang mga tao direct kaning mga portalets, banyo, basic, and then emergencies, let's say nawala nga bata, parking, muna yung mga pangutana.
Ang atong CDRRMO through the leadership of Mr. Harold Ankuntin, appeal naman sa atong layout plans sa mga command centers, no? Na adihang emergencies, and in fact MCWD is also we're meeting and strategizing how we could put up water around the area, especially in the route. Regarding portalets, in fact, Sinulog Foundation is also working it out together with sa SRP sa kining mga atong toilets nga it will be more decent, no? Katong container nga naagid siya kuan nga water supply, unya container siya nga mura gyapon siya og kanang the conventional toilet lang, no, nga pila ka cubicles ang naa, pero dili container ni siya nga dili na tong pare atong portalets nga binagsa nga dili gid siya decent ba. Oo, mo na gi-workout na to for more containers.
Mas daghang para babae director kaysa mga lalaki.
I think that's we should consider also kay bisag sa asa ka nga lugar maglinya gyud ning mga babae sa ladies restroom, no, kaysa male.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Jo, and we will leave the rest of the questions to our friends from the media over here. Arin sa tani Sir Neil. Good morning, Sir Neil. Thank you so much for joining us. Kamu sa Tourism Office, Sir Neil, unsa man sad ang inyong mga preparations for Sinulog 2024 considering we are expanding our imaging to Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines, no? And una ba mo yung mga laing mga pakulo for next year nga Sinulog in itself is already a household name ba, murag dili na gid kay siya angay bitaw nga murag i-market because ilado na gid kaayo, but what's new to offer to our tourists, mga balikbayans?
Yeah, good morning and thank you, Andy, no, and to Sir Eric for having us here. First of all, we'd like to highlight na sakto tong ingon ni Andy, no, that Sinulog is considerably synonymous to Cebu City, and the celebrations has grown to as big as an extent na we no longer have to furtherly market it because, as you said, it's marketable on its own. Although we have to come up with new innovations to highlight the advances of our technology, most especially to reach out to the rest of the world. We all know that Sinulog has been in the forefront, not only in the country but also globally. But we want to furtherly expand that of our network. We have a number of sister cities. The city of Cebu has a number of sister cities across the globe that we also want to tap and reach out to with. Kini nga mga sister cities are very active groups of Filipino communities that we are partnering with, and then apil na sa ato ang giplano nga ato sad i-reach out sila aron makaparticipate sad sila maybe as guests for this upcoming 2024 celebrations, and hopefully on the following and succeeding years they can come and take part as a contingent, maybe guest performer. It started, if you would see the progression, for example, the sister city nato from Yosu, Korea. For the longest time, we've invited delegates from the city government of Yosu, and then such a time that they'll be sending contingents now with the help of their Korean association here in Cebu. Sama sad niya na atong buhaton sa atong lain-lain nga sister cities in Japan, in the United States of America, in Europe, and all others. So kining mga ginagmay nga mga innovations in terms of broadcasting our celebrations, not only the main showdown but also the different activities nato na part sa Sinulog. The cultural aspect being highlighted is one of the priorities of the tourism industry, and ang ato agidiring participation mainly for Sinulog is to make sure that the holistic experience of the Cebuanos when they come to Cebu is being met with. In tourism, there are 7 touch points, all coming from the arrival up to the departure and so forth. So, mga accommodations, atong i-make sure na the rates are reasonable. We also try to make sure that the venues are conducive, because it's not only the celebrations that are hosted by the city government. We have to understand that Sinulog is also parang a celebration of all others, like from the corporate sector, private sector, different non-government organizations, invite friends and guests to Cebu in occasion to the celebration of Sinulog. So we have to make sure that our venues have the maximum they follow the maximum carrying capacities of their respective venues. The venue rates are reasonable, and they have the necessary amenities that are required for on this very demanding and very ever-changing dynamic world now, like atong internet connectivity. The same way, we also prepare our tourist destinations. Okay, not only after the celebrations, they also would want to visit our tourist destinations. Not only in the Heritage District but also in the Highlands. Ato na gipaningkamutan nga atong mga tour packages o atong mga tourist sites can handle the influx of guests coming in, both local and foreign. In the same manner, we're also connecting with our counterparts in the countryside, labi na sa province of Cebu and the whole Central Visayas. Kaya noon na tayo mga turista nga who stay here not only for the Sinulog celebrations but also would want to visit our neighboring provinces of Bohol, Negros, 𝗡𝗄𝗄, and so forth. So ato nang gipaningkamutan sa nga sila andam pod in a way nga mudawat sa ato ang mga guests, either so mayunta nga overspill sa ato ang mga guests, or guests nato nga move on into another type of adventure or another type of touristic experience in the countryside. So ato nang gipanghingusgan sad kay naman po tayo mga, like for example, Sinulog sa Carmen is also after the Sinulog celebration. So some of our guests might want to witness that as well and visit the destinations on the northern part of Cebu. And some of them might want to go as far as Batayan Island, to Mualboal and Badian in the south, kay ni-reopen na recently ang atong canyoneering activities sa Badian. So these are things that parang ingon pa ma-package nato sa pag-visit sa ato ang mga turista diri sa atong pinalanggang Cebu.
How about sa SRP area, Sir Neil? How is the Cebu City Tourism Office improving the vibrance of SRP area? And especially karon nga there are more reasons nga ibalhin gyud no kay ongoing ang construction sa Osmeña Boulevard para sa BRT. So kamusta na ang economic and tourism community sa SRP area?
Insofar as the Tourism Commission and Office is concerned, no, the coastal area of Cebu is part of the 4 main priorities of tourism in Cebu City. We divided, as you say, anything under the sun is considered tourism. No, a definition to which I am very familiar with is that tourism is an art, science, and business of transporting, accommodating, and graciously catering to the needs and wants of our tourists. Everything in relation to catering to all those things I mentioned is tourism. Now, with Cebu City, in the auspices of Attorney Jocelyn Pisquer, which is the chairman of the Tourism Commission, together with the members of the Cebu City Tourism Commission, we have prioritized 4 key areas for tourism. One is the heritage, which is undeniably our asset. Second is coastal. Third is the highlands. Fourth is the urban. So coastal, very fortunate man ta nga doon na tayo pipila ka mga barangay na coastal. So gawas sa atong mga paninguha uban sa ato ang si Senro o sa atong mga lain-laing environmental agencies and offices, both local and national, atong gipangandaman ang atong kalikupan sadno nga dili hugaw ang ato ang mga kasapaan o ang atong kadagatan sa coastal area sa Cebu. Nga mga programs na atong gibuhat for the past few months since January of the last Sinulog celebrations until our September na very recent natong activity for tourism, ang ato ang tourism month, no, daghan tag mga activities. In fact, na launch nato this year atong coastal sports tourism, usan is pag-agni sa mga tao, pagpahibaw sa mga tao nga doon natay luna og lugar og mga aktibidad nga pwedeng pagabuhaton diya sa coastal area nga dili lang siya pang sinulog lang, no. We are bringing to the rest of our fellow Cebuanos and to the rest of our fellow Filipinos and the rest of the world as well nga daghan ang pwede ninyong mabisita diya sa South Road. In fact, during the pandemic, we were the ones who initiated the food yard diya sa may kanang mall diya El Curso, until such nga ni progress na siya, and it's a big space now where people come to dine and enjoy the culinary aspect, no, or the gastronomic adventures that Cebu has to offer. So gawas ana atong mga malls like SM, the Cita de Ma, the Philinvest properties there are ready, no, to receive our guests as well. Ang mga facilities mainly, no, like restrooms, kining adequate nga mga restaurants to cater for our guests. In the same way, parking spaces pod para nila and other recreational activities na pwede nilang ma-enjoy in the side of the celebration of the showdown, no, or kining ato ang cultural festivities for the Sinulog celebrations.
Sige sir, last from me. Si Sir John, nag-mention siya kaganiha nga January 12, sir, no, ang kick-off for Sinulog 2024. However, doon na sa tayo launching which will be done synonymously sa to ang New Year's Eve countdown, Sir Neil, no? This will be on December 31. So, unsa may mahitabuan ning December 31, Sir Neil?
Yeah, so the committee is yet to meet good for the final details, no, of the activity. But then again, sama ni sa atong nasugdan kaniaging aton at karing tuiga, we are going to do a ball drop and crown rise, no, in SRP gihapon, same location where we had it this year, but we are trying our best to scale up the festivities, no, to bring in more national bands that will be performing, bigger bands that will be performing, and then siguro longer duration of the celebration. What mi mag-expect yun atong 2023 na to nga countdown nga daghan-daghan ang nitambong, no. In fact, daghang mga foreign tourists ang nitambong. Gani do na sad tay mga locals pod. So eventually this will open the eyes to our fellow Cebuanos. Hindi magunato na culture gyud kay atong batasan god basta New Year naa sa balay, kuyog sa pamilya, do na say mga ritual or ingon pa nga tradition nga gi-practice pod, no, sa Filipino household. But then again, we're trying to open up more facets for our culture to adapt to the growing demand, no? In fact, atong mga foreign tourists amo na ibaw adto nagpuyo gyud sa downtown Cebu or dito sa may Radisson area, no? And then they just came to the site to celebrate with us. Gani ato sa gika partner pod karon sama sa atong partners for the last year, 𝗙𝗍𝗍𝗃, and the same way si New Star nga integrated resort complex tong ipaninguhaan sad nga the celebrations that will be highlighting this year will not be in competition to the ones that they have in their respective properties. Kay kabaw man ta nga Philly Hotel, which is one of the hotels in the integrated complex, is open and fully operational. In the same manner, a number of rooms or floors rather in New Star will be open by that time. And then so the casino is all open, so daghan ta og expect nga mga guests.
For morning launch, Cherneil, of Sinulog 2024.
Yes.
Ang dungan sa New Year's countdown,
yes,
right?
Yes, yes. But for formally, there is a specific launching good for that. That is
activities, the activities.
But
this one, ang inunta sa Sinulog season, Cherneil.
Yes, yes. But again, we would like to furtherly emphasize good, Miss Andy, no, nga sa direction ni Mayor Mike Rama o sa Sinulog Foundation, the celebrations of the festivities is whole year round. Daghan jud kay tagipabuhat na nga mga activities. Very recently, ang pinaka-latest nato nga partnership with the Tourism Office and Commission together with the Sinulog Foundation is the Diwali Festival of Lights in partnership with our Indian community here in Cebu. Kuyog nato ana ang 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗀 School of Medicine. So daghan kaayo tag mga activities gibuhat ana, but formally kana nga Sinulog season gyud magsugod gina sa 31, then ang formal activities nato magsugod sa opening salvo nato sa Pizza 12 hantod na. And then that's not the Sinulog does not end after the awarding ceremony or repeat performance. It goes up to as far as March kay naapatay mga short film festivals, no? Daghang kay
video
ano, so after ana pag March na sad mag-prepare na sad na pod for the next year, so whole year round gina siya nato nga mga kalihukan.
Uy, salamat kayo sa explanation. Kuan kaning sa kuan ba? Na kalendaryo ba? Is it already part of the calendar, especially prior or after kanang mga pre-sinulog or post-sinulog nga activities sa mga municipalities nga it's still part of the sinulog kuan kanibang fever?
Yeah, it is. In fact, ato lang yung focus diri sad pod, no, kay we're opening up manggod the Sinulog festivities to different LGUs, no, neighboring LGUs. In fact, kanang mga members nato sa League of Cities of the Philippines, kay atong mayor is the president man of the League of Cities. Therefore, we've invited also different LGUs, no, that are part of the LCP. Ang kining mga activities nato nga gibuhat whole year round, ato sa gifokusan atong mga barangay sa 80 ka barangay sa Tacbayan sa Sugbo. So the participants or entries that are coming from the different activities, ang atong gikuha o gitap diha ang atong mga kaning atong mga barangay units, no. But the rest of the other activities on a grander scale, i-open nato na sa atong mga kasigpit nga mga kalungsuran o kadakbayan sa Sugbo.
Do we have also some kind of like a balikbayan program for the Sinulog, for the Cebuanos to come over or the Filipinos that are abroad to join?
Yes, there is. It's been a long-standing program headed by the Balik Cebu program. No, this is headed by former CCTC Chair Madam 𝗡𝗲𝗄𝗀 and the rest of the committee. In fact, we are convening very soon again to discuss the details. This program is open to all balikbayans that are coming back to Cebu, not only for in time of the Sinulog sa Sugbo celebrations. This is also a parang a catch of having them come back, you know. Kaya some of them come as early as December. For, di ba, Filipinos are very known to be the longest holiday celebrating nation or race, no, in the entire world. So, apil na, no? Uban nila san maabot during the Sinulog season pod. And then they extend to as far as the Charter Day celebrations of the city on February. But kaning atong Balik Cebu has been wag gini maundang except for the pandemic. In fact, during the pandemic, we came up with a virtual version of Balik Cebu. But then again, lahi ramang yun ang presence of having to come here to enjoy the festivities themselves, immerse themselves with the culture again, to remind them of the richness of the Filipino Cebuano culture. At the same time, enjoy po the delectable cuisine that we have. Again, of course, not very often that you have lechon in wherever you are around the world, no? Lahi ra gyud ang lechon sa Sugbo. Ingon man na mapagkaon o guban pa. So kini nga mga kalihukan atong gipangandam, this is in partnership with Ayala Center Cebu and the rest of our partners, the MCIAA, the mega wide group of the airport are helping us to facilitate this. In fact, we are booking several our balikbayans are booking several flights nga sila ra gyud, no? Sila jud as in one whole plane nga puro balikbayan, no? So this is to a period of I think January 16 onwards nato ni siya until atong activity sa Sinulog celebration.
Actually, kining Balik Cebu, sa airport pa lang nanay
Arrival
mag-perform,
na.
then the mayor himself, in fact, mo meet ni sa mga balikbayans who will come to attend the celebration for January. Festive. Sinulog kiosk is also different sa mga malls, mag-put up tag kiosk, even nga to sa flower garden sa upland, magbutang sa tag Sinulog kiosk, a sort of maybe we will put up some merchandise para mainunta for the to patronize kining mga interested sa Sinulog festivities. I mean, being a part of the Sinulog activities.
After the COVID, namatay mo travel vengeance, no? So, kaning expected number of tourists that will be coming to Cebu, considering that I think Cebu is becoming the Santo Niño center for capital for Santo Niño devotion, plus napagay mga Sinulog festivities. So all this combined, do we have some kind of an XXX figure as to how many tourists and balikbayans are arriving?
The Department of Tourism has laid down a target for tourist arrivals and tourist receipts for 2024. But just to give you a overview of how we have progressed after sa giingon pa nimo general nga kanang revenge travel. September of this year, 2023, we have already reached beyond our expected target. In fact, we have a growth rate of 28% of tourists from our previous year, which is 2022. So, as of September pa na. So, pilabot na ang October, November, December, which is kadaghanan last quarter gina maabot. Kana pa lang daan nga data, before we have 2022, if I'm not mistaken, about 1.9 million. This time, as of September of this year, 2 million kapina ang naabot. So this is both local and foreign. Mas daghan ang local karon, but daghan sad ang growth in terms of the foreign guests coming in. More coming from the East Asian countries and European countries across the globe. And then mas daghan tag balikbayans nga nanguli karon ato mga OFWs pod, and then mga residents nato nga didto na nang ginabuhi sa gawas, mga dual citizens nato na nadirisad na balik pod, and then more gyud local. Dako sad gyud ang number sa local nato. Tungod sa kita man sad ang pinakaunang LGU, both province and city, nga ni open o ni lessen ang restrictions for the COVID protocols.
In terms of progress and benefits for the local economy, I think you have figures on this also, no? Previously and for current, how big of an amount, even Mayor Mike Rama came out with several billions of pesos, no? So do we have some kind of an idea also in terms of the income chain, and kinsa may mabulahan ani sa mga sektor sa atong ekonomiya?
Well, first and foremost, when we reopened our doors after the pandemic, majority sa atong growth rate in terms of employment are really coming from the tourism industry. Dako kaayo ang percentage nga nakuha nato. In fact, doon na tayo mga kining establishments nga although dili siya fully operational karon at 100% capacity, but they never closed during the pandemic. naiuban nga mga negosyo nga ni sira gyud, but sa atong tourism industry, although we are greatly affected by itong mga tour operators, kaya wala man lagi tours mabuhat, but even our accommodation establishments were able to avail with the need or demand during the pandemic period, no? Some of our hotels converted into temporary quarantine facilities, and by that they were not parang pushed to kanang ingon pa layover ay kanang to cancel employment sa ilahang mga staff, no? In fact, this time nga ni open na pagbalik on a full swing, mas daghan ta og demand for hotel staff, waiters, servers, and ana. So dako gyud. And then in terms of investment also, if you observe around the city, daghan tag mga projects, no? In fact, one of the testaments to the resiliency of business during the pandemic, even during the pandemic, is the New Star Integrated Resort. Nga, bisan pagka-pandemic, continue gyapon ang construction, and now it is fully operational. It is reaping the rewards of its efforts and sacrifices during the pandemic. And namagud tay, before the pandemic, we were faced with a 20,000 room capacity shortage. Now this is slowly being met by the different hotels that are opening up, ventures that are being entered into, na ay mga developers nga nag-construct og building, yan natay mga partner hotel chains nga may mo operate. So very soon we will have our own Sofitel here in Cebu. It will be located at the Cebu Business Park. Daghang mga hotel, international hotel brands and chains that will be opening up soon on the second quarter of 2024, and hopefully fully operational in 2025. So slowly atong gin-lessen na ang gap sa katong shortage na to of rooms. In fact, we are integrating the inventory now. Dili ta pareha sa uban LGU nga kung dili makarenew business permit sirado. We are in fact encouraging our business establishments. Munay murag misconception ang una-una sa tao nga the mayor has imposed the tax hike of more than 400%. Yeah. Instead of mutabang siya sa mga negosyo, wala mutabang, that is a false assumption. In fact, the mayor, together with the business processing and licensing office and our office, has been very constantly working with these industry players nga og dili man mo kabayad karon sa inyong mga taxes, we will slowly address these matters. And the same way, do not close, because in fact sa accreditation process nato wala nato gi fully enforce sama sa national government, no, the DOT, strictly nga i-enforce jud 100% na dapat during this period marenew na. Gani atong gibuhat karon natay murag ingon pagtukhang or tuktukhang yo sa mga establishments nga mo ni proseso sa renewal, ma'am. Pwede naman ta mo kuha og business permit nga valid for 2 years. I-waive na nato ang charges for the renewal kay wala man sa nag-impose sa DOT ang renewal as of this time. So the accreditation is ongoing. Kita mismo mo duol sa mga establishment nga mo pa-renew sila sa ilang accreditation, pero we still have the data. We still have information that we can provide to the CPDO atong Planning Development Office aron maka-come up sila og more innovative actions, plans for short term, long term, and medium term of our developments sa syudad as a whole.
Direct Jojo, very short kating question lang. In terms of production coverage sa Sinulog, kay dilita ng Cebuano, gusto mo appeal dito, labi na mga ubang katiguangan, gusto sila mo ma-appeal sila sa sa celebration. That's one. Number two, ang inom sa may kanang tapok-tapok sa inom, gusto lang may bawon sa mga Cebuano.
Yeah, kining inom gyud do na magyud tay liquor ban kon within the kining activity area, around the area. However, there's still we're still on the security area sa atong cluster sa security regarding this matter, and there will be further discussions regarding the liquor. Okay, na may mga layo ra.
Okay. Production coverage sa Sinulog.
Production for
television and for radio.
They will be given slots man katong mainstream media. And of course, ang atong PIO sa City of Cebu, nasa ni siya live stream broadcast. Common naman ron. My TV, of course.
Yes.
plays a great role niya, blow by blow sa ning ila ever since. In fact, there was a time ang My TV, we wanted to have unta and not really an exclusivity kay this major networks good ang ilaha is more on covering man for news items, no? My TV was doing the blow by blow and also together with CCTN and PIO. Pero live stream broadcast naman gud ron ang uso kay wala na yung mga facilities like satellite news gathering equipment and naapagihapon kining mga major network for their mga news updates.
Sir Joe, before we open the floor to questions from our friends from the media, can you just give us an overview of what to expect? Kay this weekend na mag-open ang World 10 Cities, or no, sa SRP. Unsa may mga mahitabo diha ang mga kalihukan, doon na by carnival, mga food establishments, and how long will this run? Hangtod-hangtod na gini Sinulog liwas pag yun, no, February?
Yes, mag-launch ni through the effort man sad yun sa atong overseer sa Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines 2024, si Miss 𝗙𝗶𝗄𝗃. Iyaha man yuning baby or pet project karon, and in fact she is still putting up all the atong mga amenities and all that will be put up sa atong Global 10 City, no? I think the best to let's say the best person to really to give us the detailed plan on this is Miss 𝗙𝗶𝗄𝗃.
Hopefully we can have her on board because
Yes.
this will definitely not be the last open
Yeah,
line about
okay.
Sinulog. Magsunod-sunod na gyud niya to January. Okay, so I'm sure that our friends from the media are now very eager to ask their questions to our panelists. But of course, for now, let's just pause for a very short break for a few reminders from our partners.
Boom, 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 boom with Bioderm mag-boom. May skin germ protection, gentle non-drying formula kaya booming sa protection, booming pang complexion, blooming sa bango at sa sulit kaya sa Bioderm mag-boom.
Love comes in many forms. But in times of trial and uncertainty, nothing spells love better than security, peace of mind, and hope for the future. For over 50 years, we have helped people express this four-letter word, so you can face life head-on and savor every moment it brings. Manila Banker's Life. The best way to show your love.
Pimples? For me, di paramihan ang steps sa pimples. 2 steps lang sa Dr. S. Wong's Sulfur Soap and Bioderm Ointment with sulfur that helps kill pimple-causing germs and zinc oxide that helps lessen redness and inflammation. 2 steps lang with Dr. Wong.
Kaiser Medical Center provides a wide array of diagnostic and medical care services, ranging from immediate quality medical care to consultation to individuals and companies all over the Philippines. And because we value your health, our ultimate goal is to be your partner in health and wellness, even long after your visit with us. Kaiser Medical Center is a diagnostic clinic equipped with highly committed and experienced professionals willing to provide you with excellent healthcare service, focused on health and wellness at all times. Our aim is to have a consistent, lifelong relationship with our patients by providing convenient and affordable quality medical care and consultation which is preventive and curative in a happy, safe, and friendly environment. Kaiser Medical Center, kaagapay mo sa kalusugan.
Alright, Welcome back to Open Line News Media Forum. In a few minutes, we will also be joined by Cebu City Councilor Dondon Hontiveros, who heads the promotions cluster of Sinulog 2024. But for now, let's open and entertain a few questions from our friends from the media. Anybody would like to start? The microphone? No. The mic stand is over there. And again, please introduce your name, your organization, and your question.
Hello, yun. John Kimbote from GMA Super Radio. Sir Jo, mag-ask lang ko regarding sa asa gid mag-start wakito sa mo ma-visualize ang katong asa mag-start ang contingents, asa sila mo pwesto. Katong sa pond, asa na yung dapita, Sir Jo?
Doon naman to road bitaw near the pond sa likod, katong dako nga pond. Na I road dito, anyway, I should have brought you the way out, no? Yeah, anyway, basta na ay pond sa likod, unya, mutuyok na to siya, dili na diri sa, dunay main road, ana niya, mag-carousel ni siya, dunay road nga himuon nga access na ngadto sa kuan, padung sa kuan, which is actually being constructed now. And in fact, ang katong road near the pond sa dito sa Luyo Dapit nga gi-avoid na to last year kay wala pa man to last Sinulog.
Mo ba ning likod sa SR sa SF?
Yeah. Yes. Kanang road diha. Kuha na ron gi-pave niya. It's still the ongoing, but of course the target completion will be before the Sinulog 2024 will be held.
Walay kausaban, Sir Jo, about sa stage, ang positioning?
Sa stage will be the same. Yeah.
Same,
except for the bleachers nga i-improve na to in front.
Sige. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, before we entertain our next question, ato lang i-welcome to the panel si Cebu City Councilor Dondon Hontiveros. He heads the promotions cluster of Sinulog 2024. May buntag, Cons. Sige, Cons, before nato i-entertain atong next question, mga lang siguro may updates. Kamusta na ato ang promotions for Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines 2024?
May bundag sa tanan, thank you for your patience. Pasensya na late, Sir Eric. Thank you for having me, Sir Jojo, Ma'am, Sir Neil. Well, supposedly budget hearing man, and as mentioned ni Sir Neil, mas maya na lang si Ma'am Joy lang to dito kay mo question to different departments why they are raising this much, considering dako ang gipangayat sa executive department. So enough of that. So with regards to the preparations or sa promotions cluster, na namin nakaset nga schedules, though it has been or it will be continuous discussion within some of the sports event, considering kibaw mata nga tourism gid ni, so ako I'm in charge of promotions and sports tourism. So one of those events aside sa basketball is ang dragon boat and other sports as well. So it will be discussed if nga di gid ma-conflict with the schedule of the Sinulog, and daghan man gyud kay ganahan nga mga sporting events nga ma-connect sila with Sinulog, considering dako jud kay ni siya nga event, and some sports ganahan sila ma-recognize ba and baragay mahog nga ma-link with the Sinulog, and hopefully a yearly event. So with that, well, we are grateful nga nanagay marketing firm that the chairman has kanang na-contact na contract, and I think we will be having our walkthrough this weekend, Sir Jojo, if I'm right, this 17, para makita gyud nga asa ang mga areas for nindot nga marketing, as well as ang nanagay idea or nanagay concept ang mga tao gyud. So maor sa akong ma-share for the meantime.
May I add to Councilor's one? There is actually, I forgot to mention also, there is a post-Sinulog, which Sir Neil also mentioned, like the short film competition, the photo, katong judging of the photo contest and also with a video documentation. Aside from that, doon naman say kining football sa post-Sinulog activities, football, Sinulog Cup football, and also the basketball Sinulog Cup with Dragon Boat, also the pre-Sinulog, mo tong schedule na to ang Dragon Boat also competition. Pre-Sinulog to, post-Sinulog tong sports. Yeah.
Good morning. I'm Manu Yu, interning at Sunstar right now, and I'm wondering if there are any new additions or innovations in the festival's program or activities that attendees should particularly look forward to.
Well, as mentioned earlier, no, we have not in the many years that the Sinulog celebration has been conducted, we only celebrate it during the strip of the week already, like January until the Sinulog celebrations on the showdown. But again, this year we started it with a year-long celebration. This is already forming part of the 2024 celebrations. In fact, as highlighted earlier by Councilor, well, I shall say, Acting Vice Mayor Hontiveros and our Executive Director, Sir Jojo, that there will be pre-Sinulog activities, sporting-related activities, which is the Dragon Boat Regatta competition. And then thereafter will also, apart from the existing, in fact, we have other sporting events like the marathon. We have Cebu Marathon, part of the Sinulog celebrations. And then during the Sinulog week, there will be our list, an array of activities. More likely, the innovations and the new concepts that will be provided will be an innovation or greater parang version of the existing activities we have. In terms of scale, it's more bigger, it's more, the reach is more wider. So those are the innovations that we've inserted for the Sinulog celebrations as of this year, and incorporating and inviting not only the usual Sinulog goers, but also, the sport events and those coming tourists to Cebu, that we have something more new to offer than the regular Sinulog celebrations.
Thank you.
If you're referring to the January, we have actually a patterned activities already, aside from sometimes there are pocket concerts and everything. But the very big difference now is that Sinulog is not only done on January, it is a year-long celebration now. And in fact, as Sir Neil also mentioned, that the whole year-round celebration and every month there are already activities which is related to the Sinulog festivities also.
Thanks.
Hello, good morning. 𝗡𝗲𝗄𝗃 from CBS, Cebu Blogger Society. First nga pangutana kay kanang this year, January man to. This year, daghang ningon nga dili sila mo tambo kay kung init kayo niya, kung muuwan lapok mautang ilang makan. Pero kumusta after sa Sinulog, kumusta ang estimation sa ni tambong? Mas daghan ba siya compare sa last few years nga atong mga celebration, given nga mas dako ang lugar?
Actually, ang mga attendees di kita maka-size up ani as expected kay tungod lagi sadto sa weather, Imagine every day there was rain, unya katong issue sa venue nga lapok, which actually nahimuan gyud siya og paagi. In fact, daghan man sad ang nanunga, even sa street parade puno hapit ang daan sa ruta sa street parade, Then ang na-attend mismo dun sa Grand Showdown, sa daghan sad ang ni tan-aw sad gyud, but as to the number kay mao gotoy inunta Sinulog nga live, kay ang katong during the pandemic virtual raman ang atong mga Sinulog. Of course, dihay Festival Queen, but katong sa karon nga inunta the D-Day, daghan man gyud mga inunta apprehensions ba regarding init kayo, then kadtong kwan. However, kining sa 2024, ato man gyud ning pangandaman nga roofing kay init, and sa contingents, di man kaayo ni sila gyud makuan sa init kay they will be moving, no? Ang kinirang mananaway mo ay dako sa tag concern nga mo nang roofing sa mga bleachers. In fact, we're raising up the capacity. We already have bleachers kining along the route nga about 5,000 capacity to 6,000. Unya ato ning paabuton sa 10,000 kay doon naman tay mga smaller bleachers along the route nga wala ni sa una.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
In addition to ganina po sir ako, Vice. Ikaw lang sa Vice.
If I may add, no, to let the public understand as well the logic of what happened this year. There was a concert sa Abiliana, Neil, if you remember. And yeah, and grabe gyud kay to kapuno. Considering giabli na ang gate diri sa may ACT, diha sa Jones, and even sa hospital, and even another gate was open. Grabe gyud kay to stampede, padung gyud stampede ba. Kibaw ta unsa ka mitikuloso si Mayor Mike. So there has been discussion after that concert nga maglisod gyud ta kay this will be the first time nga mabalik ang Sinulog niya atong ibutang dito. Yes, daghang kay concerns. There were even kuan nga gamay ray mananaw dito, but what happened, Lord, days leading to that. So ako lang ni take opportunity, Sir Eric, the people who work na mga matrabaho gito, the engineering department, yes, na issue about lapok, but ang ilang napicturean mo gid nga lapok is dili gid gamiton nga portion. If makita lang gid nimo ba, if moadto gyud ka dito sa site, because we were there, kami ni Councilor Philip Saprabe, being the chairman along with Engineer Dakay, we were there up to 2-3 a.m. I-check na mo kung okay na, and makibaw na lang may nga na mas ma-highlight ang area nga dili gamiton ba. But what happened, milagro juga ito. And at the no, first time ko na adto dito sa kaning simbahan sa Banilad, no, nga nag-donate ko og itlog, di ba, sa mga madre na tinuod gud, wa gyud to giuwan. Inana ba, yeah. So makaingon juga ba, milagro juga ito. And ang turnout, I think, kay kung adto to sa the usual route na to, and right, what happened sa concert, dili tingali makaalsa sa iyang, di tingay kung ikaw amahan, ganahan ka, mutanaw ka sa Sinulog parade, di ka makabit-bit sa imong anak ba? Imo rating, di nimo makuptan ba? Pero dito sa SRP, hawan kayo, and na-highlight unsa ang development sa SRP. So makaingon ta, milagro gitong nahitabo dito. So it just shows that the faith of the people nga nag-organize ato na we were being tested, nakita gyud namo grabe gyud kay itong milagro ba, if I may say that. So makita mo gyud nga daghan jud kay when you kanang compare ang gidaghanon. Of course di ta makasulti ana, but grabe kay to ang traffic gyud. And na I think nakibaw naman ta sa atong mga kakuwangan and the things to improve on, which makaingon jud ko nga at least aware na ta of what has to be improved on. So I don't know if I answer your question, but I hope na sabtan sa mga tao ba nga naay logic behind why adto ta dito sa SRP. So more to Neil, ikaw sa Neil.
Yeah, I'd just like to highlight that because of the growing number, well, during Mayor Mike Rama's term, when he started the organization of Sinulog way back 2001, the spectators were about 100,000 people. Now it's grown to exponential numbers, about 6 million and so forth. If we add that up, the normal carousel route of the Sinulog has already exceeded far and beyond its maximum carrying capacity. More so, the Abellana Sports Complex. It is no longer conducive. If you look at it in the hindsight, yes, pinahimutang ang tao nga makalingkod, ang tao nga makasulod. But how about the rest of the Cebuanos who would wish to take part? Kaya diba, not many people know when you can control the number of people entering the venue. But when the contingent comes in, for example, contingent number 1 comes in, can you really assure that contingent, when that contingent ends its performance, out niya, ang 100 kabuk ma-out sa 100? No.
I can assure you that by experience. Naginay mabilin kay mo tan-aw pud sila sa next nga mo perform. And if you could imagine having, say for example, at least 30 contingents nga magsunod-sunod ngayon ana, we are already parang fostering a disaster that is bound to happen. And so that we trusted the wisdom of the mayor and supported his vision not to have it in the open space of SRP. Galing lang, we were as I mentioned ni Vice Mayor Hontiveros, we were tested good, no, with the weather, you know, and of course, kinibang the political and media optics that were present during that time also, no. Nalisod man good to pag-appreciate kay of course everyone was all down, and who would not want to have a news with highlighting that the governor and the mayor has a conflict. But believe you me, I was there, I was a witness of it. The mayor never had anything bad to say against the governor. I believe in the same manner, the governor also didn't have anything against the mayor. Her welfare, her thought was just for the welfare of her constituencies that were participating. It just so sadly happened that their aspirations or their conditions did not meet that time. But in general, the staging of the Sinulog 2023 was a resounding success. Apart from the miracles that was proclaimed, ako personally, buntag pa lang pagmata nako alas 5 perting nag-uma, but the whole duration naglagiti ang kainit. In fact, we were the ones who prepared the tents for the guests, no? We had to put up aircon tents just to make sure that we'll balance out the heat outside, and then also to give comfort to our guests. It's the same thing that will happen this year, no? Because it's an open space. Like any and all other festivals around the country and around the world, muinit gyud og mubugnaw gyud. Ngano man, it's unpredictable, og pwede lang nato nga matag-an nato nga muinit ingani kainit og mubugnaw or muuwan ingani ka bugnaw, di nato na mabuhat because climate change is real. And we have to adapt to that. So the best thing gyud nato, you have a choice. Either you just stay at home and watch it because it's broadcasted, especially in my TV. You can enjoy the comforts of enjoying the festivities. Why mo pugong niyo musayaw kada sa imong balay? But if you really want to be immersed with the culture and experience the heat with the beating of the drums, come and join us in Sinulog 2024, Sinulog Philippines, Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines, and we hope that, you know, because it's not just about the merriment or the comfort. Sometimes when you watch, it's also sacrifice, no? So, you know, you can't have everything. So, again, if you wish to enjoy it, daghan man ta activities, no? I-spread out man nato na gyud, sunod-sunod na. Once we do the opening salvo, every day na activity, pili lang ka. O di ka ganahan madawat imong skin, kay grabe na imong mga kipanginom nga tambal, join the nightly activities. We have that. We have that in Fuente, we have that in Plaza Independencia. The whole Cebu is celebrating during that period. So let's put a rest to the case of the lapok and the hate and whatever happened after that.
If may I add also, let's just put it in focus that the emphasis on the Sinulog festivities is not just a Mardi Gras. This is a veneration and a celebration of the feast of our icon, Señor Santo Niño. That's why most of those who attend, it's not only for entertainment or merrymaking, but also a devotion and veneration to the Señor Santo Niño.
Okay, thank you, sir. In related diha, napit. Well, kaibaw na siguro tanan ang issue karon ni Senior Aguila, no? Ang iyang grupo nga nakadaog this year. Okay. Ang dili dito mismo, kundi ang pangutanan nako, na ba tay may buhaton ang foundation nga marag background sa mga mo appeal sa ilang mga kan or marag qualification inana sa mga ma-appeal. O lastly, kumusta ang openness sa kaning festival kay kaibaw man ta Senior Santo Niño para sa Catholic? How open ang festival sa laing mga tinuuhan?
Ikaw lang. Sige. Sige.
Before our executive director ba, because mabuta mo siya sa highlight, ako kay medyo layo-layo man no. he who has no sin cast the first stone. When we say of welcoming guests and contingents, there are certain guidelines and qualifications that are set forth by the executive committee of the foundation for Sinulog. There are minimum requirements that are to be met. We don't go as far as checking on backgrounds, whether you have pending cases or whatever, because then again, it will defeat the purpose of the Sinulog celebrations. Diba? You don't expect someone to go to church that they go to church, wag gid sila sala. That's even the reason why probably they are very highly devoted to Señor Santo Niño, because they know what are their shortcomings. So the participation of the Sinulog festivities is a homage to the Señor Santo Niño in the expression of dance. So if the question is whether did we know about Señor Aguila and whatever transpired, we didn't. Are we condemning or are we condoning these acts? I don't believe the mayor has expressed that if there is something that is to be criminally resolved, it will be resolved by court. But insofar as to the devotion and expression of devotion by this contingent to the Señor Santo Niño, we cannot stop them. So again, let us not forget that the main cause of this celebration is in homage to Señor Santo Niño, and we are just putting the artistic and cultural side to it, and that we must not forget, however you express your faith really is not, can never be questioned by anyone. So very open. The foundation, in fact, has reached out and asked me to reach out to the local government units that were known to be very well participative and are expected to come up with a very nice production. And we are at 100% on board in helping them reach out to these LGUs, and hopefully make their local government chief executives understand. Okay, most of these highly coveted performances have new LGU leaders, pag-og ka ng local chief executives. For example, the very well-known Tanggub, Sinanduloy Cultural Dance Troupe. They have a new mayor. So these are things that we are slowly looking into. No, nga, we also don't want to offend the previous persons or patrons running the cultural dance troupe, but we also want to make sure na the performances kay homage lagi siya sa Señor Santo Niño, nga mapadayon gyapon nila ilang cultural performance, may not be as a competing participant, maybe a guest participant, or a segment performance that they will be doing. At least na ato diri ma-strengthen nato ang tradition, culture, and heritage. Nagipasa-pasa, gikan pas kani ato hantud karon in terms of praising the Señor Santo Niño through the Sinulog festivities.
Okay. May I add, actually, they won a festival in Surigao, which is the Bunok-Bunok Festival. So that's one thing that we, of course, with an open sky and open heart policy, that they wanted to join. As Sir Neil said, there is actually a guideline set for the contingents, and it was actually followed. But regarding the background check and everything, I don't think it is also of concern to the Sinulog. Of course, they are maligned with any problem, then karon ra man ni gawas sa media as to their inunta concerns, especially from inunta in terms of following laws and regulations. So ana lang yun sa tasakuan. Yeah.
Okay.
Matong gingon ni Sir Neil nga face value, you cannot discriminate no between unsa ni nga grupo. However, kaniron kay nibuto mo gyud sa media ang ilang mga anomalies or whatever. We don't have to judge this, although doon na mga kuan ang government actions. So let's leave it up to there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Partner, musingit lang ko. Kaya niaro po si Acting Vice Mayor Dondon Hontiveros, and then nabatay kaning confirmation kung musayaw si Governor Gwen sa Sinulog, or si si Mayor Mike Rama, or si Mamalo sa sa Sinulog. Can anyone answer that, so that we have something to look forward also additionally?
Well, of course, last year si Mamalu all really participated, and in fact, she made a wonderful performance in dancing together with the Cebu City government as contingent. And of course, kining about Governor Gwen, wala pa ta mainuntaan na advice, but in every sinulog na amang yun na siya, except katong.
How about Kuan? How about request for Kuan? Acting Vice Mayor Dondon Hontiveros mo appeal po sa sinulog mo sayaw. Kuya ka bang mga konsihal ka?
Actually, the department heads of the Cebu City government joined actually during the Kuan, and also the employees.
To add, Sad, we would just like to point it out, no, most especially to our friends from the media, that there is no rift against the mayor and the governor. Let's put it to an end. In fact, right after the Sinulog celebrations, when we had the 50th anniversary of Sinulog sa Carmen, the mayor readily signed the requests coming from the office of the governor to support in form of bleachers, portalets, and whatever. And in fact, we sent out our contingents to participate in Sinulog sa Carmen as well. So there is no, wala gyud na nag-exist. And I think, again, no, although, again, gimension ni Sir Jojo na wala pa confirmation from our beloved governor, siguro,
open invitation.
Open na maging invitation yun. Yeah, and she's very much, I believe, with Mayor Mike, she's very much welcome to join and participate sa Sinulog celebrations. But then again, ang iyang pagsayaw sa Sinulog, di man sad siguro apila ng politika. So, okay, bisag pag pandemic, di ba? Sayaw mo ito siya virtually dito sa una. So, naundang lang ito siya perform when she was congresswoman. She prayed in silence. But now that she's back, I think, who knows, there might be a joint performance by the governor and the mayor. Or if so, the vice president is invited, the president is invited, they will have another performance. Who knows? Only time can tell, and maybe Sir Santo Niño will guide us through that.
Good morning. I'm Mary from ITV Cebu. So regarding po sa contingents, may I inquire about the number of contingents currently registered for Sinulog Festival, and also ang ilang categories kung asa sila kuan na bilang, sir?
So far, as I said ganina, there are actually 15 na who signified intent to join, and the registration starts on December 1 pa man. So atol gyud nato ma-confirm kung pila na gyud ang officially ang mo join. But as of now, puro pa man ni mga inunta intent nga they will join.
So mga murag na ba tay mga ma-estimated nga overall nga contingents ana?
Usahay good kini kung mga contingents na ay mga last minute, no? Yeah. Tungod siguro sa preparation and everything, but also of course daghan pa ni sila mga inquiries regarding assistance. But however, daghan kining 15 are just katong inunta doon na nag-signify gyud ni sila og klaro nga intent to join. And there are others nga daghang mga inquiries regarding a lot of mga logistics and everything. So we are working on it as of now. In progress na siya.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Sir Neil, Sir Jojo, Cons. Hello. So, I remember during Pasigarbo, pag mag-performance, contingent, naghatag letter of invitation to towns. Are we expecting katong mga appeal to sila? And kato pong mga crowd favorite nga mga outside Cebu nga contingents like Masbati, are we seeing them this year? Balik.
Doon na tayo mga outside Cebu, no? Di lang sa ko mention kay officially, wa pa magini sila ma-registered. Katusang nang hatag-tag mga kuan, doon na sa mga nag-kuan gyud, nag-signify adto nila. We can never kuan magyud nga siguro or dili unless they really registered. But as of now, mao kita kong ingon nga doon na 15, no? And of course, sa city and sa barangay sad mismo, especially sa atong kabataan, na nasa mga inunta ga prepare na. And there are actually contingents already preparing.
To add, kaya I also sit as president man of all tourism officers of the entire province. No, there has been multiple local chief executives who are inquiring and asking, but we will consolidate this with the tourism office and that of the Sinulog Foundation on the sending of invites. But they are very much willing kay, you know, timing yung kayo ng Pasigarbo sa Sugbo kay it's done on mid of the year. So ang ilang mga props, costumes, and moreover, so ilagin ng ma-tweak down nga magamit sad po nila for Sinulog. In the same manner, malasan ang ilang expenditures, no? So staging a contingent is not an easy feat. Gasto, pagkaon, logistics, tanan-tanan. And rehearsals, grabe kayo. So nakatabang gyud ang Pasigarbo. So burag naatay makita nga mga awaited nga mga Pasigarbo winners ni-express og intent to perform and to join the competition also for Sinulog.
Sir, kining balik ta sa venue gani kay Merg, mo gini siya yung concern sa people ba? Is Sinulog will stay in a good SRP kay Merg? If we're going to consider ang BRT ba, Merg, affected po ang if Abilian na?
Yes, the former Jones Avenue Street, affected man yun na. But of course, ang katong trade fair siguro, lahi na. In fact, ang sa procession o sa mga walk with Mary, walk with Jesus, on a separate route na sad siya.
So for longer times as RP gini siya?
In the foreseeable future, yes.
Oo. SRP man yun siya. In fact, we're doing more plans nga, let's say, put up a cultural building diha sa SRP. Doon na mga giplano po dani. Yeah, especially kining Sinulog nga karon ang stage last year will also be used now. Buhatan lag mga improvement so da kanang agianan sa mga props and contingents.
To add, not only Cebu is changing venues. No, not only Cebu City. Province gani has been done in Karkar and also in Dumanhog. Iloilo has also changed venue. Bacolod has also changed venue. So it's a trend. And we were the ones who started the trend.
Yeah,
so
to decongest.
Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Nina Oliverio from Cebu Daily News. My question is to any of the panelists. With regards sa street parties bitaw, sirs, kay unsa itong kuan ani, i-allow ba nato ang street parties next year? Or any preparations about this?
Actually, ang security, and especially headed by Councilor Zafra, we will be having more detailed discussion also in this matter. Kay these are like katong mga nahitabo sa unang gubot kay nga street parties. Of course, likayan yun na siya. So appeal ana ang plan and with the input sa atong mga Central Command and the police, and of course even the kining sa military will also be joining. Actually, initially, nag-meet naman ang sa kining social welfare clusters. And si Councilor Zafra already, in fact, they are going with us a walkthrough. And kining mga areas nga critical for the street parties, ato sa gyuning i-consider, no? Kaning especially ning delikado ba for mga katong gubot sa una sa mga street parties area.
In addition, please do not mamumugaw na yung magawa sa social media nga impression, no, nga ang mayor kontra gyud aning lingaw-lingaw, ang police KJ jud kaayo. Ang gitan-aw ra ginato inyong kaayuhan because we cannot afford to have an incident that will bring and destroy all of the efforts we've done whole year round to highlight Sinulog and Senior Santo Niño to begin with. So if it is conducive, if it merits the parameters that are required for the sound and safe staging of that street parties, why not? Some people will say, gibuhat man na dito, gibuhat na diri sa Brazil, asa itong lugar. Let us also assess the current intel and security concerns within our region. At the same manner, ato sa gitan-aw ang unsay nahitabo karon sad nadto sa Middle East, ug kanang atong mga kasilingan ng mga nasod sa Palestine, sa Jordan, sa Israel, tanan ato nang appeal na siya sa mga assessments nga gina-consider and ang atong local sa diri nga concern. So for as long as dili siya foreseeably within all considerations and factors being met, if pwede siya, why not, no? But then again, dili na ingon nga desisyon na sa mayor or desisyon na sa kapulisan nga dili mag street party para lang na focus sila ana, no, because this is a part of enjoying the whole celebration, so all matters are to be considered.
And ma-connected ang SRP nila, shared responsibility, please.
Yes,
Diba? Kay ganahan
SRP.
magita mag-enjoy but naagid tayo shared responsibility. Batangan lang please para ma-SRP gid ba?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello po, good morning, sir. This can be answered by anyone po. Jesse po from PTV. Just to clarify lang po with regards to contingents or groups joining po the Sinulog parade or the Mardi Gras. In a statement by Mayor Rama last September 29, dito po dun sa issue po ng 𝗍𝗲𝗍𝗂 Salonera, if I quote, if the ending comes out not favorable to the group, which I think is leading to that direction, we will look at declaring them not anymore worthy to be part of the Sinulog, because Sinulog is venerating to Santo Niño, but we cannot also be popest than the Pope. That was said by Mayor Rama last September 29, and recently po may developments po na inaresto na po ng NBI para makapag-file na po ng patong-patong na kaso sa leader and also to the 12 members po of the group. May possibility po ba, sir, or to the organizers po na baka pwede pa pong magbago yung na makapag-join pa ang organization po sa upcoming na Sinulog 2024?
Well, the mayor already made his stand, no, as to what will be the outcome, and the outcome is already there. So how could we? This is actually in terms of the moral, sabihin na natin moral, moral turpitude. Dili na gyud sila qualified to join because this is a moderation, and many things have come out during the Senate investigation, di ba? So more or less, in a way, dili gyud na nato makuana nga magbago or whatever. We cannot really allow that to happen. Nga inani di ay ni ilang grupo iyat ato gyapong paapilon.
In addition, this is a speculative question, Manggod. But if you assess, as I mentioned in the onset, staging a contingent to perform in the Sinulog celebrations will entail so much resources, logistics, and so forth. And with this present state now of this organization, respectfully, based on our personal conservative assessment, it will be very hard for them if botang talang gusto yun silang participate. Why? Because the local government units are already acting in against them, and so on and so forth. So, medyo lisod on their part. Tanaw lang ako, no, sa ilaha. So, mahugin na nga. Bisan pag gusto nila, isa ka-appeal kay other constraints might, other factors might constrain them from joining.
Again, just one. This is not a Mardi Gras. This is a grand parade venerating the holy image of Santo Niño.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Regarding lang sa mga taga-probinsya nga mo anhi sa Cebu, nakalimot ko sa term katong nasa Plaza Independencia na are we going to provide
Devotee City.
Devotee City, yeah.
And the second question is how can we address the issue katong sa reblocking katong mga issue sa Talisay nga dunay nga ni Uwan nya regarding sa reblocking sa mga contingents.
Blocking, scheduling.
Okay.
Can I put an end to this also? Talisay, ako na nag-i-mention yun. Talisay went on blocking not on their schedule.
Yeah.
We would like to put that to rest. They performed without, they did not perform, they did not do their blocking during schedule. The LCE, the local chief executive, has our number. The choreographer has our number. The tourism officer has our number. No one called that they will do a blocking. Hence, that happened. Had they properly coordinated that they insist to perform on a very inclement weather, na bagyo gid sila mo blocking, we could have advised against that. but they did not. They pursued. I will not speculate that there were intentions because I believe wala magigusto may ngadto ilang kahimtang. But my point being is that it was parang an unfortunate misfortune nga nasakyan sa media ang nahitabo og nang gawas nga mga pictures during that time that they are blocking, but they were not supposed to do the blocking during that time. And as I mentioned ni Sir Jojo, gipaninguhaan gid na ni Engineer Dakay, an internationally renowned and multi-awarded engineer. In the same manner, ang SRP manager, si Sir 𝗙𝗲𝗂𝗀, are doing all its best. The whole membership of the Sinulog Foundation, that including the execom overseen by Ms. Sinbeth together with Sir Jojo, has in full throttle moved towards the direction of making sure that the mistakes of the past do not happen today. And I'm sure with Mayor Rama on the helm, he will not allow that to happen again also. So, all these things, ato nang gitanaw, ato na nang, well, birth pains, ingon pa. No? When we come up with new plans and activities na amang yun na yung mga, dili nimo as much as you would like to see everything na dili ma-calculate. No? So, those are the things that we're learning from, and hopefully this year magtinabangay sa tagyon, no, especially our friends from the media, nga we be responsible of how we project a certain image without properly knowing the different sides on how these things had happened. But again, the issue on terms of the blocking, there is a committee that specifies mura gid ang trabaho, ang schedule niya ang blocking ra gyud. And so it's being overseen now. And sa patuloy laing question, but first,
katong mga taga-province
the devotee city will still be around, no? Because this is also kanang to give chance to our candle vendors, no?
Mga inaano,
sila kapuyan, panahon nga gusto sila maninda niya, motambong sad sila sa binaryo sa ano. So that will be in place. In fact, there is a committee that is specially overseeing that specific function.
Regarding blockings, do na gini scheduling, and it will be scheduled. If you are scheduled on that time, that's the time. If, let's say, like do naman to yung mga repairs or enhancement of the stage, mauna usahay nga, di butangag schedule, kay there will be inunta ayuhon, ana, nya, og mo pugos yung mo rehearsal dito, nga dili mo schedule, what happens, di ba? It will be chaotic. Thank you.
Good morning, Queen of My TV. My question would be, with the additional bleachers coming up, pila ang total capacity na dyan sa venue for next year?
Ang sa venue gyud we're targeting, actually ang nasa plan is about 6,000. Ang sa mismo sa Grand Showdown area with the stage, no. Ang sa the whole area dun na natay mga more or less another 10,000 capacity sa mga bleachers along the parade route. On a target po. Although now na more than 6,000. Kay and every doon naman gihimo nga gidesign si Engineer Dakay nga bleacher nga mo capacity of mga 25 persons.
Okay. Regarding sa budget, sir, do we have the final amount kung pila to ang budget for?
We're still deliberating on the budget. Doon na pa yung mga adjustments actually. So more or less naman ta sa figure nga mga about 60 to 70 million, no? Mao man ay mga average good. In fact, with the rate of inflation that's going on, nagini mga adjustment. But wa pa gini sila ma-final because there are even activities nga we are considering also nga doon naman sad sila yung mga budget.
Okay. Last question from me na lang, sir. Do we already have the assurance that there will be one Sinulog celebration for 2024?
May I have the question again?
Do we already have the assurance that there will be only one Sinulog celebration for 2024?
May I answer that question? Sinulog cannot be claimed by any LGU. It just so happened nga ang bigger, grander celebration of the Sinulog festivities was hosted by the city government of Cebu. If and when the desire of any other local government unit or any other organization to stage their own Sinulog, they can do so. Wa manay pugnanay. Pero again, kanang insofar as Sinulog sa Sugbo, I understand that I get where the logic of the question comes from, but what happened before had already happened, and we need to move on now, and we look forward to a bigger, grander Sinulog Festival of Sinulog sa Cebu, Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines 2024.
Actually, kuha man gud ni celebration, fiesta celebration man gud ni, and Sinulog always murag ritual man ni sa mga celebration, especially on the fiesta of Señor Santo Niño. Ang sa kuang gani kining sa Iloilo, di ba? In fact, they call it dinagyang, but actually veneration man sad nila sa Señor Santo Niño, di ba Sir Neil?
Yes.
So it's not more or less nga official ang kuan ra gyud pwede maghimo og sinulog. Kay depende man ni sa fiesta celebration, and it has been tradition nga ang celebration sa fiesta ni Señor Santo Niño dunay sinulog. In fact, in Mabolo before, gamay ra man to nga group until sa 1980s, dun naghimo na gyud tag big celebration with the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development ug ang City Government of Cebu during the time of Mayor Solon. Then, who made this big? Si Mayor Mike Rama. Okay.
Hi again. So despite the controversy of last year's festival location, what do you think next year's similar festival location says to the public who feel that their concerns and their voices may be disregarded by the government?
It will never be disregarded. And in fact, as I have told you, plan for the improvement and a better facility and a better location is being worked upon as of this point in time. Work on progress.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, your friends from the media, for the very engaging questions. Daghang salamat. I believe wala na tayong igong oras, so we would now like to give our panelists the opportunity to give their parting statements for all of our viewers. Ato unahon si Cons Dondon this time.
Again, thank you, Sir Eric. Thank you, Ma'am, for this opportunity. And rest assured, kami sa Exicom, sa promotion cluster, will do our best. Really nga ma-highlight yun ni siya nga event, and something you will be proud of as well. Thank you again.
Okay, so this, as I said, I mean, according to Sir Dondon, that we're trying our very best and working it out hard, that our Sinulog, and of course, this is supposed to be another grandier Sinulog than the previous, since this is Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines, dili lang ni Sinulog sa Cebu. And at the same time, Festival of Festival is what we aimed for the Sinulog sa Cebu 2024. So rest assured, in terms of facilities, in terms of the venue, the foundation, the city government of Cebu, especially with the effort of the mayor nga ma-improve unitanan, trying to overcome what has been the concerns of the previous Sinulog that happened. Thank you. And we invite, of course, to those who want to witness, you are all invited to be with us Sinulog 2020. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Joe. And finally, Sir Neil.
Yes, first things first, I would like to thank Open 9 for inviting us here, to Miss Andy and to General Eric for having us. Daghang kaayong salamat for granting us the opportunity to address questions and share the updates in regards to tourism and also of Sinulog. Again, i-mention naman ni Vice Mayor Dondon and ni Executive Director Sir Jojo ang tanan, nga mga may kalabot or kalambigitan sa Sinulog celebration. Ang ako pahinumdum sa katauhan nga kining maong kasaulugan ni nato kalimtan nga para ni sa kaymayanog pasidungog sa atong palaang bata, Señor Santo Niño. However, you wish to celebrate his festivity, and this festivity is always up to you. But granting that our local officials and their respective committees have been assigned to stage the whole celebration, let us not dwell in the shortcomings of the past, but be optimistic in looking forward for making this 2024 Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines, a better, more bolder, and brighter experience for everyone. So, mabuhi kitang tanan mga Cebuanon o ang tanan mga Pilipino. Again, on behalf of the Cebu City Tourism Office, we invite you all to join us in the festivities, not only for Sinulog, but for the whole year-long celebrations for Sinulog 2024. Daghang salamat ug maayong adlaw.
Daghang salamat atong hatagog masipang pakpak ang ato ang mga panelists karong buntaga. Thank you so much for all of the valuable insights that you've shared with us and our online viewers with regards to Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines 2024. And as mentioned, this will definitely not be the last. We will be hearing more updates in the days to come, and of course also expect ato ang globe-by-globe coverage sa Sinulog 2024 sa MyTV Cebu. Of course, kauban sa itong mga partners sa media dinhi sa Cebu. Daghan kayong salamat to Waterfront Cebu City Hotel and Casino, ang ato ang venue partner karong buntaga. And of course, Open Line is presented by IPI, International Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, the makers of Dr. S. Wong Sulfur Soap and Viterm Ointment, Pimples 2 steps lang with Dr. S. Wong Sulfur Soap and Viterm Ointment, Dr. Wong's Lightening Soap, lipat na sa puting walang hapdi at may germ protection. Switch to Dr. Wong's Lightening Soap, Casino Active, dapat cool ang alcohol nyo. Mag-Casino Active kills 99.9% of germs while giving you an alcohol-fresh feeling because of its fresh scent and cooling sensation. And Bioderm Germicidal Soap, ang sabuan ng Bioderm sa germ protection, Bioderm buong araw at Bioderm sa coolness pa. Kaya dito ka na sa Bioderm, always Bioderm for you. Uy, at ngan beijing float sa IPI, no? Matag Sinulog, tanaw na to, sa kagrande ang ilang float sunod tuig. Daghan kaayong salamat to our friends from the media and our online viewers. Thank you so much, Sir Eric. This has been Andrea Patania Matthew.
Eric Espina.
And we'll see you all next Tuesday. Maayong buntag ug daghang salamat.
Alcohol mo ba'y nakaka-disinfect? Siyempre. Pero alcohol ba? Ang Casino Active Alcohol, may cologne fresh feeling. Init at pawis, stress sa work, night out, sa beach. Mag-Casino Active Alcohol Fresh. Matapang na amoy. Switch na sa Alcohol Fresh. Mag-Casino Active.
Someday, you will get older, slower, grayer, but also wiser, calmer, and freer than ever. At Kaiser, We help you prepare for those years ahead, so you can keep doing what you love with the people that matter the most. Prepare for your future today. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare.
Ang dami mong mask ni. Oh no, ang dami nga. For me, di paramihan ng steps sa pimples. 2 steps lang sa 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝘀 Sulfur Soap with Moisturizer and Bioderm Ointment. Made with sulfur that helps kill pimple-causing germs. And zinc oxide that helps lessen redness and inflammation. Ito, try mo. Sa amin, 2 steps lang with Dr. Wong.
Before IMG,
I was a civil engineer.
accountant.
I was a plain housewife.
Before IMG, I used to be a doctor.
I was a maintenance crew.
Factoring operator.
I'm a housewife.
I was an accounting clerk.
I am a medical doctor.
I am an engineer.
Before IMG, I used to be a teacher.
I was a government employee.
A production worker.
I am a bank employee.
Before IMG, I was an admin staff.
I was a seaman.
A design engineer. I was a deli manager.
I was a telecom engineer. Before IMG, I was quality director.
I used to be a doctor. Production operator. An industrial engineer.
IT home-based freelancer.
Before IMG, I was a manufacturing specialist. I was an exporter. Admin officer. I was a florist.
Before IMG, I was a service crew.
I'm great.
I am great.
I am
G. I am great. IMG. IMG.
IMG. I am great. I am
MG.
I am great.
I am great.
I am great.
I am great. IMG.
Suportado gayud ni Vice Gobernador Hilario David III ang Caravan of Services sa Kapitolyo nga gipanguluhan ni Gobernador Gwen Garcia. Og tungod kay lumad man siya nga taga-Argao, mitambong gayud ang Vice Gobernador sa caravan alang sa Segundo Distrito nga didto gipahigayon sa Sir Raimundo Coliseum sa lungsod sa Argao ni adtong Biyernes, Nobyembre 10. Mao kini ang ikaduhang higayon nga misalmot si Davide sa caravan sa Kapitolyo ug bisan pa man dili siya kanunay makakuyog sa caravan sa ubang distrito, iya gayud gipahibaw sa tibuok lalawigan sa Sugbo nga kanunay siyang nagpaluyo sa mga programa ni Gobernador Garcia bisan pa man managkalahi ang ilang mga partido sa politika. Tungod kay iyang nakita nga ang tanan nga gibuhat sa gobernador alang sa kaayuhan ug aron moursa ang kahimtang sa mga pobreng Sugboanon.
Ako mismo saksi sa iyang pagkatao. Sa sukat pa niya itong 2019, hangtod karon, nakita yun niya, nakita yun, nako ang iyang pagkamaayong tao. Lahi sa mga katong wala pa may, doon na pa may kini nating dili pa may pareho o pa gilabanan, nagalahi may pundok, lahi yung ayo sa mga istorya na akong nadawat. Governor Gwen is really a genuine person na kinahanglan yun nato, mahalon yun.
Gawas ni Vice Governor Davide, gisugat usab ang gobernador nila ni Congressman 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝘀 ug sa mga mayor sa Segundo Distrito pinanguhan ni Mayor Alan Cesaldo nga maoy host mayor. Atol sa maong okasyon, nag-apod-apod si Garcia og mukabat 50 milyones ka pesos nga mga tseke ngadto sa 7 ka mga local government units isip financial assistance. Tag 8 milyones ka pesos matag usa ang nadawat sa lungsod sa Sambuan, Santander ug Argao. 7 milyones ka pesos alang sa Oslob, Bulhoon ug Alcoy. Samtang 5 milyones ka pesos ang nadawat sa lungsod sa Dalaguete. Kanunay ang gipahimangno ni Garcia nga ang maong kantidad gamiton gayud alang sa pagpatukod og mga infrastructure projects nga malungtaron og magamitan sa katawhan sa dugay nga panahon. Gawas sa pag-apod-apod sa financial assistance, anaa kanunay ang pagpanghatag og mga assistive devices ug uban pang mga hinabang gikan sa Kapitolyo. Si Glory Chris Cuerda, taga Santander, Cebu, usa ka person with disability. Kinsa gihikawan sa iyang pananaw, upat na katuig ang milabay. Dako ang iyang kalipay sa pagtagad nga gigahin ni Gobernador Garcia sa mga sama niya ug sa paghatag og higayon nga mahatagag oportunidad nga makasustiner sa ilang pamilya pinaagi sa mga programang abag sa PWD.
Governor Gwen Garcia, pasalamat jud ko nga nagunahuna jud kag tabang para sa among mga person with disability nga makalahutay pud mi ug uban sa among mga pamilya. Daghang kayong salamat sa imong tabang.
Mary Ann Malaya, Balita sa Subo.